Happy Sunday, kings and queens. As y'all know, God has given me a word for us all on today, y'all. Glory be to God. Y'all, this word been tugging on my spirit for a few days, but I had to wait till God give me the words to speak to y'all on today. God is saying that you have to forgive yourself. I don't know who this word is for today. God says no matter what it is that you done, He says, go ahead and forgive yourself. He says that you have forgiven everybody else that has caused you harm, that has hurt you, but you have yet to forgive you for the things that you have done in the past, the people that you may have hurt. Whatever you have done that doesn't align with God, that you are just keep holding on to, like, Lord, I shouldn't have done this. God says, I need for you to let that go. He says, I need for you to let that go and forgive you. He says, I need for you to forgive you because you're holding on, you carrying those extra burdens for no reason, sweetheart. He says that He has thrown that into the sea of forgetfulness, Father. Glory be to God. He says that He's thrown that into the sea of forgetfulness. He says, but He needs for you to forgive you. He said He needs for you to forgive you. You crying at night. Glory be to God. He says that you're stressed out. Glory be to God. He says that you worry and you just upset with yourself because you're like, I shouldn't have done this, I shouldn't have done that, but you're holding on to the past. God says, I need for you to let that go. I need for you to forgive you. He says, how can you forgive somebody else and you haven't even forgiven yourself? God says that forgiveness is necessary for you too. That applies for you. He says, I don't know who this word is for on today. He says, but if you're watching this video on today and you haven't forgiven you for whatever it is, I can't even name nothing, but it don't even matter. But you know what it is. He says that whatever it is that you're holding on to in your heart, He says He needs for you to forgive you. And if you haven't forgiven somebody else and you keep holding on to that hurt and that baggage and people that hurt you, He says that He needs for you to forgive them and He needs for you to forgive yourself. He says that forgiveness is for you. It's not for them. Y'all holding on to things. Glory be to God. Y'all holding on to things that y'all need to let go of. Them people done moved on with their life, but they ain't even worried about you. But you sitting in your bed at night and you angry and you have bitter in your heart. Or somebody depressed and they sad and they just can't move on with their life because you continuously holding on to what God telling you to let go of. God says you got to let that go. You got to let it go. He says forgive. Forgive yourself, forgive them, and forgive yourself. When you forgive somebody else, don't forget about you. You need to forgive yourself for some pain that you done caused other people and the pain that you done caused yourself. He says, do not be sitting in your bed depressed and upset with yourself and mad because you shouldn't have done this. We make mistakes. We're people. We're human. He says, but I need for you to forgive you. Happy Sunday, kings and queens. I hope that this word resonated with somebody's spirit on today, y'all. I love y'all so much, and we will be chatting soon. Be blessed.